Welcome to the EQ video tip. I'm your host, Eric Forsetter. Glad you could join us again. As always, we're going to jump into the goals of EQ video tip and hopefully 10x your EQ. Welcome back. We've got an amazing episode today. It's from Dina Smith, who wrote an article in Fast Company about how your mood can impact your team's morale. And believe it or not, with COVID going on, we've all been trying to avoid some kind of mass contagion, right? But today, when someone sneezes or coughs, we're backing out of the way, trying to get away from it. It's just as easy to catch someone's mood as it is to catch someone's cold, believe it or not. And we call this an emotional contagion. And it's difficult to detect, but it is something that happens in today's society. For example, if you frown or you look cranky or you just are like, all of a sudden, the people around you may unconsciously return that look. And at some point, that constant change of moods, it's possible to catch a negative attitude. What we're going to talk about today is how to avoid that, not only giving it to somebody else, but catching it from someone. And hopefully this will help keep your mood in a great place as well as your team's. Tip number 1, hone your self-awareness. There's a saying that goes, leaders bring the weather. And it's crucial that you maintain self-awareness when your mood shifts. For example, what's my current weather status? Am I feeling happy? Am I okay? Is it cloudy out there? If you're feeling burned out or you're mad or upset at something, you may not realize the extent to which you are transmitting or giving that body language to the rest of your teammates that you're not in a great mood. It's important to be self-aware and hone what's going on in your mind and also with your body. Tip number 2, reframe the situation, reframe your mind. If your mood is not useful to your team, you've got to work to change it. And one proven method for doing that is reframing. It's like adjusting the camera on a lens to reframe your mindset and the situation that you're in. For example, say you didn't get the promotion that you wanted, or you're in a sour mood because something happened at home, or another place in the work environment, you're heading into a meeting. Instead of jumping in with that stress, you need to reframe the situation and look at potential upsides for it so you can reduce the stress, boost your mind, and boost your overall mood going from meeting to meeting. Tip number 3, consider your body language. For example, you might cross your arms because you're cold, but it can communicate a defensiveness or anxiety. That might be contagious in some environments. On the other hand, if you're relaxed, your hands behind your back, or you're smiling, giving that great eye contact, you can express a warmth, a confidence that will engender the same feeling unto others. Take a moment to consider your body language, as the relationship between your body and your mind is a two-way street. What we think influences how others feel and how we feel and how our bodies react to them. Take that moment when you consider working with your team. Our next tip, foster a positive climate within your environment. Positive culture emotions, it's not about constant and unsustainable positivity, but it's about finding the correct balance between negative and positive emotions. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all human. But we want to make sure we emphasize the positive ones and then work off the negative ones to find a positive within them. Fostering an environment where negativity is less likely to take hold will ensure that we're giving the right emotions to our team. Our final tip, protect yourself. Don't forget to safeguard yourself from negativity. That doesn't mean that you put the hand out and block all negative emotions, but consider what's going on around you And understand if you are getting an emotional contagion from someone that's near you. Make time for self-care. This might mean exercising, mindfulness practices, having a positive conversation or connection or high quality connection with a friend or coworker. All of these are proven mind boosters. But the most important piece is to understand where you're getting your positivity from and when to block out some of that negativity and to find that right balance. Remember, you need to protect yourself as well to help maintain that good balance of positivity and mood within your environment. That wraps up this week's EQ video tip. Remember, we'll always be susceptible to catching the moods of those around us. And by knowing this and practicing hopefully a few of these techniques, you can leverage your emotional awareness in the workspace as well as at home, tipping the scales in favor of positivity for you and your team. So that concludes our EQ video tip for today. Try incorporating some of these tips into your daily routine. But remember, use what works best for you and personalize it for yourself. Thank you always to our great research team for providing us with some great tips today. As always on EQ video tip, we want to end with gratitude. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Here are some resources that you can use if you want more information on EQ going forward. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thank you.